The Nigerian transportation sector has full-blown PPP model, talking about the public-private partnership. You must say policy is the public, while the service providers are fully almost in the private sector. Well, we're looking at transportation and emergencies in Nigeria, taking a leap from what happened on the 28th of June 2018 at the Otedola Bridge in Lagos. My guest on this segment is the National President of the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, High Chief Alhaji Musa Shehu Isiwele. Thanks for joining me on Insight.
Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, basically, let me say, what happened in Lagos recently? What are your comments?
As a leader of the transporters in this country, we felt sorry for those who lost their life. On Friday, we had a meeting here at Abuja. What do we do at our own level to see that we control our people? Because when we advise, some of the government side, they turn it down. At that time, that vehicle climbed that bridge. People, the people were still busy doing their own business. So suppose it is late in the night, the servant has closed, the small commercial vehicle parks. So if it don't at all happen, it would have been so brutal as far as this injury has caused to us now in Nigeria. So when they interviewed me last year, the tanker operation happened at Onitsha Head Bridge, about a year or two. And I advise, as they let us emulate Saudi Arabia, first of all, we have weight bridge. Before any vehicle went for loading, is it tankers or truck, we will climb the scale. Then there will be a meter, we know the weight of the vehicle. After loading, come and climb the scale and discover whether you have loaded excess. If you load excess, they penalize the driver as you go back and discharge. All those ones are not practiced here. The machine are there, they are not working. I was supposed to have this machine every 50 kilometers so that it will put a stop to tankers after loading, when them some carry firewood on top, carry tomatoes. You tell drivers, it's very difficult to manage drivers. I have tankers my own, but driver will tell you yes sir, yes sir. They will not carry that. But governments will bring out the policy, especially the luxurious drivers, tankers, truck. If you are going to the time when it is 6 o'clock park, the entire time when it's around 12, everybody is asleep. You pass the time to where you are going to. If they are doing it in Saudi Arabia, you will find that for a whole year they will not record accidents.
Okay, Mr. President, you talked about Nigeria should emulate Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
How do we go about it?
Yeah, because
I say this because your association can call for a national conference and use this conference to sell the idea to the authorities that be. How do you go about this?
I was a member of National Conference 2013, okay, and I was also a member of a transport committee. All these things are there. It's among of our report. Okay. Although they did not implement it, but we are still shouting to say it. And even this toll gate they are bringing back, and I've been calling for it to bring toll gate back. It's going to save life. So if these vehicles, after loading at the depot, you park. Not only Lagos. Lagos is very busy. Port Harcourt is very busy. Edo is very busy. Not only Lagos. So when it is 10, then you know the road is free. You drive you pass the time.
Okay. I know that the federal government has sent a delegation to commiserate with the Lagos state government, and I believe maybe your association too, you're planning to do that.
Yeah.
Now, the government of Lagos state says henceforth all articulated vehicles must obtain the Transportation Ministry's worthiness certificate at any of the designated centers within the next 30 days. What do you say about this policy?
Yeah, the policy is a welcome idea, but they have to extend the time. Okay. You can't expect somebody from not only Nigeria vehicles that are around Lagos. People come from Niger, people come from Cotonou, people come from Cameroon. Articulated
vehicles.
Yeah, even though these articulated vehicles, they are not based in Lagos alone. Okay. Like myself, I have my yard in Kano. So this 30 days is a short time for that. Because what he want to do to make sure that the good vehicle that satisfies his conscience enter Lagos. This is what he want to do. But how do you know the good one? How are you sure the person that we're going to give this one will do the screening you want it to do? That water will not pass under the bridge. Okay. So that is it.
So what are you doing as a manager of the transportation sector to avoid this in future?
You see, what we are doing is make sure you have good tires, make sure you put your vehicle road warning. But what happened is under this one, it's on the high bridge. Maybe the driver slept off or something else happened, then it fell over. We cannot say that it's brake that failed, or we say the tire that burst. This is the area that concerns us. We must make sure you have good tires. We must make sure you service your vehicle before put on the highway.
Okay.
But Lagos governor is trying, but they should create a permanent road for truck. If they cannot say stop moving in the afternoon, as I'm advising now.
We're not looking at Lagos alone. We're looking at Nigeria.
And that is why I say
you run a national body.
That is why I say how to be policy from the federal government, not state, that the truck now they should drive in the night. Anywhere you drive to and it's 6 o'clock, park. Don't enter the town. Okay. When it is night, going. It's going to save life, inshallah.
What will you say about transportation management and emergencies?
You see, to be frank as I say, if you look at it, the transport industry in Nigeria have been abandoned for us to manage. There's no intervention fund, nothing. We do everything on our own. Because if you deposited, okay, at least to put a Tila road now, you'll be looking for 25 million now.
Okay, for one?
Yes, because you're going to buy the body. You need to put the return valve. If there's no return valve, when the tanker fair, then the fuel explodes. Everywhere caught fire.
So how can this be resolved?
We need government intervention fund.
Okay.
As I done for bank. We are so important as far as the economic of Nigeria is concerned. We are very, very important. Without us, many people will not come to work. We will taxi, we will buses. Isn't it? Many market will not go to market. So that's it. We need government support.
So how will this intervention fund be managed?
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to hit.
They can pass. There will be a board for it. The Minister of Transport is there. Minister of Labour is there. That will monitor it. The duly registered trade union will be given the loan, but duly supervised by the two ministries, Minister of Labour, Minister of Transport. Then they can equally put something like the FCC or NSA so that it will not be given to politicians. So that it will get to the really transporters.
Okay, but they have done this before?
No.
Okay.
I have not done that. No intervention fund for transport.
So if they do this, how will it help? Is it like to put out vehicles that are not roadworthy?
Some of the vehicles that are not supposed to be on road now will be out.
Okay.
You take them to Mboka to Nigeria, they buy it and they put it in the store. You can see many vehicles driving in Nigeria, no headlight, no traffic gator. Even though the trailer is bending itself, you don't know where it's going to. You just see it turn it and you'll be coming behind with full speed. Ideally, we should value life. Very, very important. A life is very precious. But once you lose life, you cause problem to the family. Okay. No spearhead. Somebody going to school, leave the breadwinner gone. Everything scattered.
So this thing is not all about government. What should Nigerians be doing so that they help people like you to manage transportation well? Because I used to see on some vehicles, how is my driving? Call. Am I overloading? Call.
Yeah, it is really right that. Like me, I put such a thing in my buses. If the driver is running more than 120, it's going to 140, 160. Call any number. You see, even my personal number is there. Some of my manager number is there. Or if you don't pick test and put the vehicle number, we know what to do. We know the action to take. We expect drivers.
Okay.
So that's it. You see, you can't tell somebody, give me your money to do my business. It's very difficult as far as Nigeria is concerned. Very, very difficult. We also want the government to bring down some law down for us that we can equally look for foreign funds to assist our own business.
If, for instance, Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, National Union of Road Transport Workers, NATO, come together and do a communique and maybe in liaison with the Federal Road Safety Corps, and they take to the Federal Ministry of Transportation, don't you think this bank you're talking about will be established? As a memo.
I told you that is this call Masha Boboye. that make it possible for the trade union leaders to sit in a round table hold meeting.
Okay.
It never happened before. But this road safety was able to bring us around the table to sign a communique of speed limit. But during the implementation, some of my colleague backers, in the name of cheap excuse that the dollar has increased, it is expensive. Why are you buying a vehicle?
Okay.
You know, that was wrong. We are talking of last year, you are talking a dollar increase. If a dollar increase, you stop paying school fees. No. You stop eating. No.
Okay. As a last word, what will you say to Nigerians in general to avoid what happened in Lagos so that it doesn't happen again?
But what I would advise, let everybody be at alert. Because if you see that it's raining, serious raining, and your wiper is not controlling the rain, what are you supposed to do? Go and park it somewhere. But don't park under the tree. It will be another dangerous thing. That the tree can fall on your top of your vehicle. You look for a place that there's no big tree, you park out. So when you see on this tanker, now this is not the first time you see them on top of a bridge, you use your discretion, make sure you drive far from there. Okay. So I think that one will also help. Let all of us be observant, because like Lagos now that people normally jump to Lango, Lagos State government has taken action now. They are now patrolling. I watched it last week when a student wanted to jump up there, getting arrested. They don't like to jump into Lago again. So they can equally do something like this. Okay. Let all of us be at alert. When you see tanker on top of, and not only tanker, any truck on top of a bridge, you are down, leave the place. Okay. So we don't know when it will happen. Okay. And we don't pray for it to happen again, inshallah.
Okay. Now we are in July,
yes,
entering August. After August, we hear of the Mba months. Do you have plans for Mba months campaign?
Yes. Normally, we collected a fresh jacket from the road safety. Never Mba month, I joined them for the campaign. Okay. And before then, we hold meeting and lecture our people. Don't drink and speed keys, because no one have a spare head. We have a special task force for that.
Okay. Now you are a manager of a huge transportation network.
Inshallah.
What message do you have in terms of transportation and safety?
My message for transportation and safety: speed keys. Don't drink unnecessarily. And there's some of these boys who believe on drugs. If you smoke, if you're a driver, don't touch it, because you are endangering your life and other people. Okay. And our members who are on the ground, who are enforcing our directive and law, be at alert and get closer to anybody who want to carry passenger, and make sure you follow the rule and regulation that we lay down, the principles in our constitution. Okay. That will save life.
Thank you, National President, Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, Chief Musa Shehu Isiwele. Maybe when it gets to the Mba months, I'll invite you again to tell us.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless where I come from, Uromi.
It was not having you on Insight.
No problem.
Up next on that was very insightful. Kende, it's time to go.
Yes, we had a good time discussing with Mr. Phillips on the role of the media in management and emergency management situations in Nigeria. I believe with what we've heard today, the people will be more aware and more awareness will be created through the media.
And also from what we heard from the FCT Emergency Management Agency, it is now known that emergency issues is not about government, it's about you. You should be the first response before calling for the coordinating agency. It was nice having you on Insight. As always, on behalf of all of us, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.